hello. Alright. Huh.
Good evening, everybody. I'm pretty sure Jack just got to hear all of that.
Yeah, I did.
Did my model crash? Why did I crash? Thank goodness I had the the PNG up for a second there. Hi, Jack. How you doing,
The
Happy
question
Melon?
is,
Hmm?
oh, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How are you?
Good. I if you were saying anything while I was doing that whole ramble about where the hell did my scissors go.
I mean, I didn't say anything so I could like concentrate.
Well, here's the best part. I couldn't hear you if you had said anything because I don't have speakers. Hi, Rajanka.
Just imagine me telling a detailed story while you were gone.
What I need to do is I need
Like-
to if I could silence Discord while. The problem is I think the only way I could silence Discord would be if I didn't join the call. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I'd have to figure out how, because I don't think I can mute audio. I can mute everything else. But I had a nice big pair of scissors that would have been perfect if we did the stencils for the car tonight, but I'm pretty sure once everybody sees why I said Happy Yeti and gets the why. So the artist that this artwork is based off of. It's not. They didn't actually sculpt it. It's sculpted by a. Fuck, what's it? I forgot to do something this weekend.
I mean, you forget. Purpose or accident? That's the question.
Oh, the artist's name is Sexual Yeti.
Huh.
Which, if you have been in the Warhammer community, you should recognize that name.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, Sexual Yeti is a person who has drawn a lot of, spicy Warhammer art. Very spicy Warhammer art.
I'm gonna say something real dumb. Define spicy war.
It would make Slaanesh proud.
Ooh.
To be fair, Slaanesh would also be happy with Cenobites. Slaanesh would also be happy with... Slaanesh would be happy with a certain furry adjacent thing.
Ooh.
That I think I can say the name of. Slaanesh would be perfectly fine with furries. Well, that side of furries. But there's a specific term. I could say it, and funny enough, somebody will appear and be like, "Did you just say that?"
Someone in your house.
No, somebody in Discord. Because I know they're into it.
Well, that makes two then.
You're into vor.
Uh,
Yeah, you just didn't know where that was going, did you?
no.
Yeah, exactly.
I admit I dabbled in it, but not really into it.
There is some interesting soft stuff, but that's... I'll say interesting. I'm not into it. I'm just gonna say there's interesting stuff. For the sake of changing the fucking subject, because we have to explain what the fuck vor is.
Oh yeah, no. It's a thing not good explaining for here.
Oh no.
Okay.
And the fact that Rajonga just went dot 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 dot, and I'm like, yeah.
Wait. The ellipsis are understood.
I'm trying to get everything set up in the back end. I was just like, where the hell's my super glue and stuff? So 1 second. Headphones off. I can't hear shit. Maybe somebody can talk shit about me and I had to come back and be like, you talking shit?
Man, Nami is so cool. I love Nami. She's amazing. I can't think of a single thing to say about her. She's so cool and quirky, so nice.
I was only like literally 2 feet away.
Oh,
I couldn't hear you because it's... So my headphones are the original Razer Krakens. Which is why I need to buy some replacement parts for them. Or I need to get new ones. The weird and wacky's always here, sweetie.
no.
No, Rajonka's just like, oh, we're to that part. And I'm like, you should always expect it. Speaking of Nami Jugs, if you go to SexyGG and use code NamiJugs, you get 10% off.
Ooh, discount.
Sorry, let's see. Can I pull up my account?
Just comes with one big advertisement.
No, somebody, it's like, because Rajonka said that's like, why?
Nami Jug. That's wonderful. No, oh,
Oh no, I need to make a little like icon you can click on down below. But if you also take this referral link, actually here, because this also counts as a referral link. If you follow this link that I posted here, I need to make it like a Streamlabs thing where I hit that and it just pops up. But yeah, if you follow that link, you get a referral link that gives you 5% off.
holy crap.
Actually, I know it's a 10% discount. I don't know if you guys get a 15% if you follow the link. I know you get a 10% discount when you use Nami Jugs, which is that code right there. By the way, yes, I do. To fully disclose, I do get a kickback for every time I mention this. That's why I mention it.
Oh, yeah, you. That's fine.
Well, think about it like this. It's like you guys get to buy some cool game. You'll get to see one because I actually have. I'm using one of their cups right now for my caffeine-free energy, my caffeine-free drink. Because I'm not. I'm mixing two companies right now.
Oh no.
It's fine. Oh shit, where'd it go? I just lost a piece of her hat, of her armor. We need to attach it while we're doing all this. I need to attach it, then we're going to prime her. We're going to dry brush everything once she's dry, because there's another model I got to do stuff with.
Hey, Nami.
Yeah.
You know you're not showing your camera?
Am I just talking and just chatting still?
Yes, you
Yes,
are.
I know.
Okay, good.
I said I'm setting everything up. I'm making sure everything's all good to go.
I didn't pay attention to the part. Don't mind me.
Sweetie, I'm the one who's tired and has to be up at 3 in the morning.
Actually, yeah, that reminds me. I never really, I didn't really understand when you had to be up.
Work. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
So I have to be up by 3:30. Technically, it's 3:30 is when I actually get up. My first alarm goes off at 3 just to kind of be like, get up, bitch. And then I have a much louder alarm that's like, get the fuck up. And then I have a third alarm that's like, well, you're fucking late now, so fuck you.
Just imagine you have custom alarms that say exactly that for each of them.
Oh, I would make it to be funny. Make downloadable alarm sounds for you guys, like get the fuck up, 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 get the fuck up.
At the end, you're already like, congratulations,
Oh, it would be something like that where it's like, get the fuck up, get the fuck up, get the fuck up, get the fuck up. You're fucking late. That's the mean one. The mean ones that get the fuck up, get the fuck up, get the fuck up, get the fuck up.
Ooh, and the really mean one. Your head.
The really mean one would be like, your ass is late, your ass is late. You're never gonna achieve anything, your ass is late.
Your ass grass, which is gonna where it's gonna.
Oh no, I just go for the mental jugular of like, you're never gonna be good for anything, you're fucking late, get the fuck up. Just make you feel really fucking bad in the morning and be like, I don't want to hear Nami say that about me anymore.
Man, I already feel horrible in the morning. I don't need Nami telling me I'm a bad person.
That's why I said the really bad one would be that. It's like if you really want to make yourself feel bad, that's what you do.
Not the deprecation.
Listen, there's some people into it, so don't question it. Oh no, camera's not in use. The camera's locked up. Who would have guessed? Yes, use the S22. Why do we have this question every week?
I have no idea.
I just realized that I hit update on my... I bet it still said something from last week.
Finished my ultimate draw.
So,
remember the Kratos
I don't know how well the face is going to show up. Unfortunately. It kind of does.
I am agreeing with what I'm seeing on the screen.
Oh god, I didn't realize how bad the fucking support holes were. Fuck it, it's a meme model anyway. You're only gonna see it from the angle of, like, the picture.
Am I correct to assume once we start really getting detail in, we can't really show it?
Oh no, this one can be shown perfectly well.
Okay, good.
Because I know for a damn fact this model did not say it was 18 plus.
Just surprised it was.
She's in a one. Let's see. Does the first thing that pop up the poster I'm looking for? Yep. So a running meme in Warhammer 40k about why is it a JPEG large? Thank you.
A JPEG venti?
Now, I'm about to quickly post it on here. If I get in trouble, fuck it. It was from a YouTube video. It's from a lore video from 40k Theories where they're making fun of Tau propaganda, because this would be a Tau propaganda. This is what she's supposed to look like. She kind of has it going on. You're going to tell what it is. Unfortunately, there's a part of her head I got to fix, or we got to put like a large glob of something in there to fill the gap.
You almost said kind of.
Okay, so if you look at the face, well, once we get primer on the face doesn't quite match up. But that's mostly because that's just what's his name? Because he just followed me back today. Because I found the War Mommy stuff. Because I forgot this is the guy who made the War Mommy model. Which, if you remember that one.
Surprisingly, I don't.
Might have been before your time. It might have been before you started showing up. The War Mommy is based off of another meme. I'm sorry, Mommy's a battle what? Oh. That's a different character. That's a different character. I don't really like doing that with the Sororitas. I feel like it's I could easily get around it by saying it's propaganda, but... The War Mommy, I would have to go grab her. She's not been completed, because there's guns that are supposed to be on her shoulders I never put on. But, so this model was sculpted by Forge Runner, who I was trying to see if they had uploaded... That can't be all their media. When did they do this character? Wait, I just realized what that was. Is that a... That's a Votan.
Votan.
Space Dwarves. So, the Space Dwarves were a thing, then they weren't, and now they're kinda back, but they're not. It's complicated. Because now in their lore, they're not now they're not, like, an alien race, they're humans that have, like, mutated. Also, they still use AI, but it's not AI. It's like it's the conglomeration of, like, their ancestors' brains all put into a machine. But they're space dwarves,
Yeah,
so
but,
they're... so they're kind of more like the dwarves from, like, Deep Rock Galactic. Which is why the only real meme they've got going right now is Rock and Stone. I think somebody had the League of Botan box. I don't remember if they got rid of it because I was going to get it from them. If they didn't want it. I've been meaning to get the base. When the Votan came out, they had a really nice box that had, like, a nice assembly of, like, their basic army. About a year and a half ago or so.
mm-hmm.
And I almost got it. And I should have when I had the chance, because I would have had something to paint. But even their armor kind of looks vaguely like Space Marine-ish. So you can see, like, the influence of, like, oh yeah, the Emperor just found the technology of the Space Marines' armor and improved it for the Space Marines. I was trying to find this specific model because it's on Colts 3D, so I'm just gonna probably have to just send it. I'm sorry. Is that a fucking Metal Gear? No, it's a Halo Colossus. That makes me...
What?
Why is the grunt got thick thighs?
It's because...
I know they save lives.
It,
Also, it's a free
Yes.
model, so I feel like I have to do it just to be funny. Yeah, it should come out fine.
I mean, if you see something like that, it's imperative that you.
Well,
print that
here's the thing. It's free, so I kind of have to.
Yeah,
they got
you're
alternate
obligated.
Space Marine helmets, although I would question using a couple of them.
Oh, that's what I did. For a short second there, I was questioning what I was doing.
Ooh, so the Votan girl also has a cool diorama that you can make for her, or just a few variants of her. So we're gonna put that. I'm trying to get to the actual Greater Good model. Oh, we've also got another model we're gonna be doing later, called Sister Miku. It is exactly what
I can get to this point. Yeah, I can see.
So Sister Miku, as in Sister of Battle Miku. So for those of you who have time travel abilities, here's a link to the model that's free. I mean, it kind of looks like her. It looks more like the normal Tau face. So that's probably why I'm looking at this weird. Like, why does it look so weird? But yeah, the running joke is that the Tau have propaganda like this to convince humans to join the Tau, to convince the humans and other species to join the Tau, and it works.
Hey.
Like, I'm not kidding. It does work. Funny enough. I will say this: if you go and follow Sexual Yeti, they are very much an 18+ artist because they do have a lot of 18+ stuff. Like, when you search the person, it's like, holy shit. Yep.
I mean, I can tell just by the name.
Oh, it's the funniest thing when you see like a Warhammer YouTuber who has a Patreon and they're a part of their Patreon. It's just like, Commissar blah blah blah, Sister blah blah blah, Sexual Yeti. What? And I think that's why they do the name, because it's like that name just sticks out. Like, wait, what?
Oh crap! Not good one. I don't know why, but everything seems to love to crash down around me.
Ooh, am I getting a high from paint fumes? I think I am.
Man, I could have done better on that tree.
Well, the problem is this part broke off, and then I ripped a piece of her hair out, so that's what I'm trying to fix right now. And the problem is this piece is so small, and I have nothing to clip with it.
You.
Wait, do I have a pair of
I
tweezers?
believe you can do it.
Do I have a pair of tweezers? Damn you, Nami, for not cleaning the damn desk.
Gosh dang it, Nami, what is wrong with you?
I like to take naps. I can't really blame myself. Honestly, what I need to do is I need to just finally buy the really nice desk organizer for paints and stuff, and this wouldn't be as big a problem. Okay, and just to be safe, we fucked it up anyway, but I gotta fill in her hair back here with something. Are you singing Captain Planet? It just sounded like it for a second. Like, what the hell are you singing? But yeah, I would like to paint the towel. The only issue with painting the towel is I would have to get panel liner, like Gundam panel liner. Because normal, like, black wash doesn't work well unless you, like, water it down a little bit. And the other problem is I didn't really make... the problem is I should have primed this model earlier. Because The problem is we pretty much have to end by 9 o'clock so that I can at least get like 5 or 6 hours of sleep tonight. Don't know why you're so dry. Luckily you're one of the brushes I don't care about. You might be ruined. It's almost like we have brand new brushes for this very reason. I had a good priming one where to go. The problem is I have like a mixture of like all these brushes in different like states of okayness. So it's just finding one that's still like good enough for the priming process without ruining the good ones. Oh no, I have a brand new kit right. I actually have 2 brand new kits. So it's not like I have I don't have good brushes. The thing is with Micro Nick Pro, they're good mid-range brushes at like beginner range prices. So their quality is interesting.
Awesome.
They're so yeah. So I'll say this: if you want to get into printing, I have an affiliate link on TikTok. You can get a really nice kit with them for. But basically, if you can find any Nick Pro brush sets, they're gonna have pretty much all the brushes you're gonna want for like mini painting. For like 15 to 20 something bucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait.
On TikTok, I have a $25 thing you can buy, but on Amazon, it's like they have a different kit on Amazon. It's the same kit. It's just it's a different case and different color handles.
What's the most expensive you've seen?
I've seen a brush go for $100 by itself, a single brush. But that's like weasel. But that's like weasel hair, and it's got like a special like handle. Actually, here's a perfect. Okay, how much does Squidmars go for?
How much did it was Squidmar?
Squidmar Miniatures. He has a brush series as well as an airbrush kit that you can buy, but these are like high-end ones. Because I was gonna buy one of his brushes and I was like, his brushes are good. It's like, yeah, it's like cool. That's a really nice brush. Oh.
It's a really cool brush. Oh, the Christ.
So his set is 6 brushes for 85. Was that euro? Yeah, 85 euro. Which I don't know what that translates to USD. Here. Let me look that up. 85. See, why don't you have it in English? Yeah, it's about $100. So go 95 for this 6 brush set. But these are oh, sorry, they're not. Well, yeah, they are. They're sable hair, which is mink hair, or or sorry, sable, or their weasel hair. So they're these really fine hair brushes. But
How accurate are they?
I've not gotten to play with them, but from what everybody said, they're very good brushes if you know what you're feeling for. The way I use brushes, I beat the shit out of them, which is why it's like I'm not gonna pay. Those are the kind of brushes. If I was ever to start doing, say, non-metallic metal, technically I think actually these would be better for using non-metallic metal for, because you're gonna do so. Non-metallic metal, how it works is you're gonna do like 50 layers of like several different colors. If you're doing it right. There are cheat ways where you can do it faster with less layers. But to get like actual like Victorian era painting and stuff like that, you're going to be doing like 50, 60 layers to make a metallic effect.
Oh.
But you have to remember they're like super thin layers, so you're doing like 2 or 3 of one variation of the color, another 2 or 3 of another. You're just basically like changing gradients and stuff.
How long do they take to dry? Because that's the real thing.
Because you're doing such
Like,
thin layers, it shouldn't take too long to dry between each layer.
Yeah.
But non-metallic painting is one of those things where if you know tricks to do it, you can do it really, really fast. But if not, it's a very time-consuming process.
It's the reason why I asked, because it reminded me of those a style theory where they painted 100 layers of nail polish, and I was like, wait, wouldn't 60 something layers take a lot of time?
Yeah, 100 layers would take a long ass time. So, well, okay, it depends on the. So when it comes to nail polish, it depends on the quality of the nail polish. If you're using the kind of nail polish I use, it takes about 10-15 minutes to completely dry through. For 1 or 2 layers.
I found a new reason not to use nail polish.
Oh no, 10-15 minutes, that's not long. You can buy some where the only way it dries is if it has a UV light. So you have to have like a special UV thing that you put your hands in.
I messed up my notebook paper. Gosh dang. Oh, well.
But my nail polish is messed up right now anyway because I haven't fixed it. So, yeah.
I mean, who has time to fix nail polish? Trick question, no one.
Why does it work better on Masato?
Only done.
Oh, it's cause her uniform looks similar to it. That's why. It's a picture of Masato wearing what's the orange-haired girl's name from Evangelion? The German girl. There was a horrible joke I was about to say, and I'm like, nope, we're not going there. We're not talking about that incident in the anime. I'm gonna type in orange-haired girl Evangelion. They're just like, really? It's Asuka. So, is it Asuka? Yeah, it's Masato wearing Asuka's outfit, and I'm like, why does it work? And I'm like, oh, right, because her uniform is red-ish.
Is it a skin tight too?
Yes.
I think I know what you're talking about now. I've seen her, but I haven't really seen any anime.
Oh, you've seen her. She's the girl who, when she's fighting one of the angels, the angel launches a thing through her mech and basically makes her lose an eye too.
Eee.
Yeah.
Time to compensate.
That whole anime. So, like 3 times. It's like I think it's every time the series ends, it's Shinji resetting the universe to the point where the series starts, trying things a little bit differently. That's why there's like a new girl and another Ava, or I think there's still 3 Avas. How many Avas are there now?
How many?
The giant mechs. Yeah, there's 4 now.
Oh,
So there's 4 of them. The 9 background. So clockwise from the top, Ava 1, 0, 3, 2, 4. Oh, apparently. And then there's 9 mass-produced units. But yeah, the prototype is Lilith, apparently. The rebuilt Imigaya Saga Ava Zero is an orange in color and wields a special shield and enhanced. Blah blah blah. In the second chapter of Saga Evangelion 2.0, you cannot advance. 2009, the 10th angel swallows it. Yeah, basically every time like the series every time Shinji reaches the end, it basically just keeps resetting the universe, if I remember right, or something weird like that. Fucking Evangelion's weird. It's cool. It's weird though. But that's
So
talking about
basically,
anime
like-
in general.
that reminds me of this one movie that this dude stuck in a time loop that is. I forget the relationship between the two, but
Groundhog Day?
this girl.
Groundhog Day?
No. This girl,
I know you're talking
uh,
about Live Die Repeat, or sorry, it's the original movie was Live Die Repeat, which is a better name.
Dude fights.
It's Tom Cruise. It's Tom Cruise. I know which movie you're talking about. It's the one where he basically he gets sent out into a battlefield with aliens, doesn't know how to fight, gets this stuff sprayed on him, and he basically keeps resetting back to 24 hours at the beginning of the time loop. And every time he comes back, he learns a little bit more. So that basically eventually he can change the outcomes of every time the time loop resets. Which the original name of that movie was Live Die Repeat.
Yeah.
Which is the name of the manga it's based off of.
Now this dude, he was at
Edge of Tomorrow. And apparently there's going to be an Edge of Tomorrow 2. I don't know how the fuck there's going to be an Edge of Tomorrow 2.
No, this dude actually wakes up and then he's immediately thrust into these situations, chased by multiple people.
Oh, fuck! What is that one? That's another one.
Yeah, and it, like you said, 24 hours. But
No, I know which one you're talking about because that's more of the comedy version of it, where
it's based on some Egyptian type thing.
Assassin.
To give you a hint, dude wakes up.
I know what it is.
immediately
It's. I think it's
tries
called
to
boss
kill.
level. I think it's called boss level.
Boss-
Yes, it's
wait.
boss level.
Oh, I do remember that.
It's the one where retired Dallas Force soldier in Atlanta has been stuck in a time loop for nearly 140 days and has learned the day's patterns through many previous loops, and wakes up at 7 a.m. each day, avoids an assassin in his apartment, and attacked by a gunman in a helicopter outside his window, then escapes his apartment before it explodes. He has been able to elude more assassins throughout the morning, but finds himself unable to figure out how to survive the final attack at 12:47 p.m., waking back up in his apartment the next loop.
I loved that movie.
It's a good movie, and apparently it's on Hulu. I
My
think I can't.
goodness, I want to watch it again.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't.
Oh yeah, it's a Hulu. It was released
Really?
in the United States on Hulu.
Thing is, I have Hulu on my phone. Didn't Hulu have where you could watch things for free?
Yeah, but there's like 50. You'd have to watch like 50 ads for 30 minutes, like every 30 minutes.
I mean, I didn't care about that. I could just watch things. Now you have to pay for it. So I was like, because when it first happened, I was like, wait, did I go see now? Is this?
Because
I thought this was free, wasn't it?
yeah, Hulu used to be free. It used to have ads like every 5-10 minutes, like a normal TV show, but it used to be free. And then Disney went, but we want money. And I'm like, yes, but you have to remember, piracy is because you wanted money the first time. And then you all complained about everybody stealing your shit.
Everybody's stealing everything.
Well, no, this is the thing. It's like they all were complaining about everybody pirating shit. So streaming services became a thing, and then everybody saw that streaming services could make money. So all these companies said, we're going to make our own streaming service instead of just allowing a couple of big ones to do everything right and keep it at a certain price range. Because that's the problem. Netflix should have never allowed like half the shit to get sold off. They should have made like deals to keep that shit a lot longer. The problem is they did nothing to stop it. And so now we're sitting here going, Netflix, you do realize that the only reason people used you is because you were the cheaper alternative to to teaching people how to pirate shit.
The only reason I use Netflix is because it was there, and I wasn't even using my own account. I was piggybacking off my mom's account.
Oh, everybody was.
And
It's like it's like nobody actually had their own account. Everybody was just piggybacking off of somebody else until you came into enough money to until you got a job where you could actually pay for it for yourself, or somebody gave it to you for free. Gave it to you.
Oh my goodness, you know how long it took Netflix to realize I was not at home with my mom and watching Netflix? It took over, I think, 7 months to realize that. I was, I think, stayed apart.
Yeah, no, so this is the thing. This is the reason why Netflix hates this, is because people were doing that. You'd have somebody, like, in a completely other state. Not even, like, next door neighbor or something like that. Completely other state doing that. And Netflix is like, we don't like that. And it's like, tough shit. You are you were the alternative. You are not the cheaper alternative to going to the movies or paying for stuff. You were the easier alternative. And they forget that. It's like you were the easier alternative. You were not the better one. You were the easier alternative.
No, I think they remembered they figured it out and they're like, wait.
Oh no, they forgot.
We're not gonna be.
They forgot. That's why they forgot, because they keep raising the price. If they actually remembered, they wouldn't raise the price because they would know, hey, cable and TV shows cable and like pay-per-view started getting too expensive, so everybody started pirating shit.
No wonder.
So the problem is, instead of remembering, hey, when shit gets too expensive, people start pirating, they went, it's somebody else's problem. And then went, wait a minute, nobody's buying our shit. We're gonna start punishing people for not buying our shit.
It's the reason why pirates existed. It's because capitalists made them too hard to get.
Yep. You've hit it right on the nail. That's exactly what it is. It's capitalism makes it to where capitalism doesn't breed innovation. It just breeds profit.
You think they'd learn? They never learn.
Oh, they do learn eventually. It will take a complete crash to happen. Is it the full one? Yes. I couldn't find my rune finish steel. I couldn't find my administratum. I'm like, I just bought some. Where the hell did it go? Because I need a layer of administratum and then a layer of matte white. And once I do that, I don't like the fact that I'm not going to get too much painted tonight, but I kind of feeling that was going to happen.
Speaking of materials, I need to be easier on my colored pencils. Because I wrote something on the back of my picture, my drawing, and after I was done coloring, I realized that, well, even for that, but I realized that all the graphite that I used, not all the graphite, but it transferred to the page behind it. That was coloring so hard.
Yeah, this is why you have to buy the... This is kind of one of the reasons why you also have to pay attention to what type of paper you're using, too.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to figure out what kind of paper you're using, and then you also have to figure out what type of pencils you're using, because... Oh yeah, you can have really nice pencils, but if the paper you have doesn't like it...
No, like, I think it's just too hard on my art supply.
Yeah, you are.
I can transfer
Twitch, for the sake of explaining this, she's wearing a bodysuit. She's not getting painted, so I can't. She's wearing a bodysuit.
Yeah, I think if I'm transferring graphite, I'm coloring too hard.
Yeah.
And like it's legible, backwards, but legible.
Yeah. No, if you're doing that, then yeah. That, like I said, that also could be your paper, though. So this is the model we're going to paint Wednesday.
Yeah. You have the strangest thing. I color so hard, yet tips don't break off.
That's interesting. I don't know why I keep forgetting to use the dry brushes.
Man. The indents go through one page and subtly indent it to the next as well. Good gracious. These pages are not paper either. I mean, they got slight thickness too.
Much better. I was like, why am I not using dry brush brushes to do this?
I don't know.
Which is just basically repurposed makeup brushes, funny enough, because I was going to do that, and then I saw this kit, and I was just like, oh.
That's pretty much on that.
Are you done priming? Are you done drying, model? No, because really annoyingly. See, now this layer that I'm putting on right now, this will dry really quickly.
That is stopwatch.
I just need this to dry, because once this is dry, then I can... Honestly, I'm debating on buying Space Marine... Also, speaking of, like, Warhammer stuff, I'm debating on buying Space Marine 2 tomorrow. I don't really have the money to buy it this week, but I can kind of excuse, like, a credit card purchase for it almost. Because it is a good game from what I'm seeing. I just don't know if it's a $60 good game.
Credit, and I don't like the idea of credit.
I don't like the idea of buying it on credit card either. The only upside is I get to put it on my taxes next year when I play it on stream. Because it's a business expense then.
How do you do taxes? That's what I don't get. I've never been taught.
Painfully.
Hmm?
Painfully.
Painfully, you say.
Because it's so our current tax system is currently designed to not be easy. And the simple reason for that is because of companies like TurboTax and H&R Block and a couple of others that basically lobby the shit out of allowing the IRS to make it easy. Because here's the thing. Every other country in the world, the government sends you either once a month, sends you money to your bank account or a check, or once a year sends you a check or a receipt saying, hey, you owe us this.
That was much easier.
Oh, it is extremely so much easier. Like, you hear how other countries do it, and you're like, why aren't we doing this? Capitalism. Yep. Because of companies like H&R Block, they lobby the shit out of it to prevent the IRS from actually fixing tax problems, because they're like, yeah, if we were allowed to actually just run shit as we're supposed to, we would just hand you guys a check at the end of the year. At the beginning of the year. That just was like, hey, here's how much you earned, here's how much it works. Because here's the thing. The IRS has everything already.
So they know how much you make and everything.
They know, they pretty much know everything.
Wait, that's no shock.
Hmm?
I mean, that's no shock. I literally watched a video, like a little short. It says, here you go. You have to pay it.
Tax time.
The guy says,
How much do I owe? Yes. $500. Wrong. Jail. I've seen the meme.
Basically, well,
That's
not
the meme.
that one. Well, not that one. Basically, this dude goes up. This IRS agent goes to this dude, says, "You owe us money." He says, "How much?" He's like, "Oh, we don't know that." He says, "Well then, I don't owe you anything." "No, you do." "How do I know?" "Oh, how do you know?" "Oh, we have tools for that."
See, this is the thing. The IRS basically, the IRS is basically stuck with this whole situation of they could fix the whole tax problem in like 5 seconds, but because there are companies who lobby the shit out of it to prevent them from doing it, we're basically punished for it. When in reality, it would just help everybody if they got rid of it and just made the people who had to do their taxes every year, like corporations, they're the ones who had to worry about it.
And the sneakiest way to increase taxes, like overdraft.
Oh, trust me, there are. Overdraft fees are so fucking stupid. I get why they exist for certain things. It is the reason I love Chime, though, as a bank. Chime does this thing where it's like, hey, we'll spot you $500 to $200, depending on how like your account and everything are set up. And all that happens is they don't charge you interest. It's just the minute you put money back in your account, they take their money back.
Here's the thing too. If if banks did this where you could choose, like, say you really need this or a certain or something, say, hey, I need you to pay this for me. I'll get you the money for this overdraft fee. Like, say it's, well, obviously.
Well, that's why I like
for
Chime.
hospital.
Chime isn't actually like doesn't overdraft you. It just basically says, yeah, until you give us money, we're not going to let you charge anything on the card unless you have like the spot me ability. And even then, it's only like a certain amount they allow you to spot. And so
like,
that makes more sense. So then it's like, hey, yeah, we know you don't have money. You're not going to be able to pay us until money shows back up in there. So we're just not going to let you buy anything. We're just not going to let you charge anything if you go over the amount of the spot me amount. But I feel like there's probably a loophole I'm not finding out about, and it's going to bite me in the ass eventually. With that.
Imagine a loophole that confuses the heck out of the bank. Gets you more money. It confuses the heck out of the
that's what
IRS
everybody
too.
thought that Chase money glitch was, where it's like, oh, if you do this with your check. I'm like, no, that's just check fraud. You dumbass. That was the thing that was happening within the last couple of weeks. Is there was these guys who were putting in checks, and then with like an exorbitant amount, and then basically they would put the money on, and they would take like half of whatever they were putting on. So they would put in like $10,000, and they would take like $5,000 out. And they're just like, this is a money glitch because we're getting all this free money. It's like the banks must not know that this is happening, and it's like the banks know, because guess what would happen after they would extract all this money and see that it was a bogus check? The banks were going, oh, you owe us the money you were putting in, as well as the money you took out.
Because
if you don't pay it, we're calling the cops on you. What do you mean you're calling the cops on me? I thought it was a glitch. You guys shouldn't be charging me. No, you just committed check fraud, dumbass.
This is not GTA.
No. That's the thing. It's like that's how they were acting. Is they thought it was like GTA, and I'm like, no, you just committed check fraud.
But it worked in Grand Theft Auto was in a video game.
Because Grand Theft Auto basically taught you how to do check fraud. That's how it works.
Huh? Next thing you know, they're gonna say, oh, I thought if I escaped the 5-star one level, everyone would forget about my heinous act.
You're not a billionaire. You're not a billionaire. You can't escape a 5-star wanted level. You can't even escape a 1-star wanted level IRL.
No.
I mean, I know people who can. I've met people who've done it.
Like, if you rob a convenience store, they will not let them. They will chase you to the end of the earth, stealing a candy bar sometimes.
I know.
Yeah. Try escaping a helicopter. Oh, nope.
Try and escape a helicopter that's got fucking heat sensors and can basically track you the entire time. There are criminals who thought they were hiding in like these areas that are like, they can't see this through this much concrete. Later the cops walked up and just knocked on the door like, hey, we see you.
Superman gave us the heads up.
It's like the closest I've ever seen to somebody actually pulling it off is a similar situation to what happened in Baby Driver, where he drove up and there was two cars that looked kind of similar to his car that he was driving. And so what they did is they were all kind of driving around the same speed, so what happened is he kind of like shuffled them, or made the cars like swap lanes and stuff with him, so when they all came out, they mistook one car for a different car. Because they were actually under a thick enough concrete that they couldn't see him. And they were just far enough ahead of the cops that the cops didn't see this all happen, because I was like, how did the cop not see that happen?
Honestly. Cool. I wouldn't even be mad.
Oh, that's
I
the
would
whole
not
thing. You want to
be
know how
mad.
Baby Driver got caught in that movie? If you don't care about spoilers. Earlier in the movie, as they're driving around in the first chase scene, you see this quick little flash when he passes under a red light. That is the one thing that got him caught, is he didn't know about that camera. That red light camera. So, he got caught by something he didn't know about because he didn't know that they had installed the camera at that light.
Also, that for some reason that reminded me of this dude who changed his light, changed actual street lamp, a street light, with a sensor. Like, this dude moving in front of a cop, like, changed the street lamp as the car was going across the green light, so it makes it look like the dude ran the red light, and he got pulled over.
Oh yeah.
It's not funny, dude.
Yeah, there's a term for that, and depending on how I say it will depend on how people react to my belief in politics. But ACAB. If you've never heard ACAB, just look it up. ACAB. Yeah. I think we can at least get the shield painted up because we're going to have to paint it white. Are we going to say it's just a standard white armor towel?
The impenetrable shield and the unstoppable spear, which will come on
Well,
top.
we can either try and do the yellow. I would almost say just go for the white armor. Because then we could try and do... Do all child shields look like that? Or just this one? That is a very specific Shadow Sun. Shadow Sun is a named Tau character. What? What?
ACAB.
Yeah, all cops are bastards. Oh, if I say that, my phone immediately vibrates like I just got a message.
The police are ready. You just immediately get a message say, open up.
I'm trying to see how people have painted up a similar looking shield to this one. Pretty much it's just... I mean, if I want to do the default, I can either do a white or kind of a yellowish. Because the
wants to know
inside, so
what
this
I'm
circle
doing.
is black, and then I can put some kind of like liner in it. Motherfucker. Okay. Honestly, is her shield... Okay, what does hers look like? Because she's leaning on... Hers is like orange, so I'm almost wondering if she's wearing their yellow armor. Sorry, I'm trying to read through and see if anybody's got like a recommended like paint scheme. Cadet line trooper. I don't care. I want a paint tutorial. So they've got... So they use Black Templar underneath. They use a Ghost Gray. Which I don't have that. That might work as a Korvax Gray. Because I'm almost tempted to paint this shield up as the white shield that they use. And then her leotard will be orange. Like the actual painting. Funny enough, Tau skin is actually stupidly easy to paint.
For me, it looks more like a rust red.
I think that's just the paint scheme, because here's the problem. If we're going off of that poster, it is kind of like a reddish orange she's wearing. If you look up what the actual Tau look like, let me see if I can save this picture. The Tau tend to have like this desert camo almost, which is even funnier because they come from a tropical world, so I don't know why. The hell was that bump 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 sound? So, yeah, that's what
what?
This is what the standard Tau armor looks like. Which is why she's probably wearing that, so it looks like the standard Tau armor. But...
Also, what do you say?
I said, if you look here at this poster...
Oh no, you said something about some sound.
You that sound.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Ah. Now, let's see here. The other standard paint scheme you see for Tau is this white and red highlight. It's this white and black, black with like red highlights. The problem is I'm not finding an exact shield like that one with this one. I would almost say, looking at this shield, because it looks close enough to like certain like shields that they have on their mechs. See, not a lot of them have the stupid shield. That's the problem.
Sometimes I don't get why mechs have shield. I mean,
In this situation, it's because they're fighting shit that's about the same size as them that has like razor claws that can eat through the armor. So the shield being something thicker that can handle getting sliced at helps.
well, I
Plus, also the Tau were kind of invented to be a competition for Gundams in Japan, but they never got the same popularity as like the Eldar did in Japan.
see.
Also, it's just because certain people have just always kind of hated the Tau. And so they've kind of always been just kind of like litigated to like a meme. Yeah, my best guess is I'm going to have to use like a Korvax and a White Scar, which I have those paints, I believe. Korvax White. Do I have White Scar? I could have swore I did. That might be one of the paints that's still in the bucket.
Is it brand new?
No, it's just I haven't opened it in forever, so I might have to reawaken it.
Really? Just some of the paint.
Well, no, it's just what happened is it's probably just been in there for so long, and where did my paint bucket go?
Yeah, no, it's just.
And I can use matte white.
imagine
So what I'm
something.
thinking is, so the funny thing is, she's gonna be super easy to paint because she's literally just gonna be. This is basically just their skin tone is Lorthern blue. If I want to be lazy, her hair is gonna be matte white. Actually, what I'll probably do is I'll do Korvax white, and then dry brush on matte white, or a different white. Yeah, we'll do. So what we'll do is with her hair, we'll do. Actually, what we'll probably do is we'll do Korvax white, brown wash, coming with a matte white. For the shield, we're gonna do an oil wash. Because I need them to look just different enough that you know her hair is a different thing than this. And then we'll probably also dry brush some like metal on this. Just so it looks like it's a battle damage shield.
For me, if it's too close to the shade, it will look like it's all the same color.
Well, she doesn't have a lot of hair. I mean, we could also do the other trick where we paint her hair with like a wraithbone and then matte white. Korvax white doesn't like being sat for too long. Korvax white is like one of those paints I really hate, but it does some really cool stuff when it's actually mixed up right. I'm just not sure what I want the outside ring to be. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is in this little area we're going to put red in because they are deep seated enough you could almost say they're a different color. This will be painted black. I think we'll try and put some darker white in this little like symbol here. Same as what we'll do in this ring. I just don't know if I want to do black on the outside too. Or if I want to make it, well, she's holding onto it, so I wouldn't say it's an energy shield. So I'd say, yeah, we'll do black. Even though the shield she's holding onto it looks like it's a solid color one.
It's a little confusing what you're referencing to with the speech and video is delayed.
Well, I'm talking about the poster. I'm trying to do the shield up first because that's the easy thing. And we can at least say we got something patent tonight. I do love how this is supposed to be a Halloween playlist, and like I haven't heard too much Halloween stuff.
Literally next song. This is Halloween. This is.
Well, it'll be a lo-fi copyright-free version.
This isn't Halloween.
No, it'll be like the. It'll be like the beat of the song or something like that.
Or just the beat, mostly the same, but something slightly changed, and the lyrics slightly altered as well.
They don't really
But
do
you can
lyrics.
clearly
It's
tell
lo-fi. They don't really
rock.
do lyrics.
Oh, really? You listen to lo-fi?
That's what this is. It's a lo-fi channel.
Ooh. Have you heard of Lore-fi?
What's lo-fi?
Apparently, it's something game theory released that has hidden lore in the music and the background, from what I've heard.
Of course they would.
I mean, what else would you expect?
What else do I expect from the guy who keeps saying he's retired but keeps showing up in videos?
He says he's retired, but I think it's so he could more efficiently make cameos.
I think it's mostly he says he's retired, just so he doesn't have to do like the actual like video making process and everything. He can just show up in videos he wants to and then just go away.
But he does miss it. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, here's the thing. It was most of his life. It was like a good portion of his life. You're gonna miss it. That's why I said it's like I don't think he's retired in the sense of he's not going to keep making videos, which I think he's even said. But he keeps saying, "Oh yeah, I'm retired," and yet it's like, yeah, you've appeared in like 10 or like you've appeared in like multiple videos now.
Yeah.
Hell, everybody thinks everybody thinks Alex Hirsch waited till he announced he was retiring to release the Book of Bill, just so people wouldn't ask MatPat to make a video about it and spoil everything first.
Oh.
Because when the website that Book of Bill leads you to, if you type in theory, a video of MatPat pops up going, "Sorry guys, you're on your own this time," as he's wearing a yellow jumper and holding a Book of Bill.
Oh no.
That made it so perfect when he appeared in that. I'm like, yep, that's the perfect way to do it. Because Alex Hirsch knew he was going to be involved in breaking down the lore, so he's like, no. I need everybody to actually do this the right way the first time.
Wait, no. So, and he reached out to MatPat and said, "Hey,
I need you to make this cameo for the website that's going to have all this extra lore and stuff that's going to be related to the Book of Bill. I need you to basically just come in, screw with everybody by saying, nope, not this time, Internet."
I would love to collectively see everyone's reaction.
Oh, it's been hilarious whenever people do react to it because it's hilarious. Because everybody's like, "MatPat, you traitor!" And I'm like, nah, he did exactly the right thing. He took the money and ran.
Honestly, MatPat's been a crutch for the theory community for so long.
Well, the problem is everybody's kind of relied on his theories, and it's like, do you know what his best kind of theories were? And he didn't do them very often. He stopped doing them very often, which is why what's his name from Shoddycast took over for a while. And then they stopped doing Shoddycast as often.
Man, I miss Austin.
Well, yeah. Well, Austin's back to doing Shoddycast. Well, he was doing Shoddycast. I think he's kind of... He's in... He's
in debt.
He's complicated because he's working, but he's not working, and I can't tell what's going on with him. It's like he's making videos, but he's not. Like, he'll take like months off and then he'll reappear, make a couple of videos, and then talk about his mental health and then disappear.
The most disheartening thing was that he deleted his videos.
Well, no, that was pretty much probably part of the deal.
I mean, wait, no, I shouldn't say that though.
That was probably part of the deal when he left. Is basically it's just like, hey, can you guys let me have access to my videos again, sort of deal. And basically just to ensure that nobody would like re-upload his videos, they probably just privated them so you couldn't watch them.
I mean, he already left well before the video was taken down.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like probably is an agreement. They sort of did that just to ensure. It's a legal thing. It's the same reason why there are very few JonTron videos on Game Grumps left. Well, that and just the fact that he would just drop hard N-bombs every once in a while. And other stuff. JonTron? Oh god, yeah.
I only watched JonTron's flex videos.
JonTron was one of the two founding people of Game Grumps.
What?
Yeah, him and Aaron started it together. And then JonTron left due to a few different things. Some people say they got in a fight. Some others say he just was getting bored of making the videos and he wanted to focus more on his actual videos, which is kind of also the truth. It's kind of complicated on that. This is getting too crowded. I'm gonna remove at least one of these pictures.
That's kind of strange.
What? What did I remove?
I don't know. Man.
There we go. But yeah, JonTron was one of the guys who started Game Grumps. And then he left. Danny came in, and Danny's just been kind of like pivotal. Because he kind of changed how when Danny came in is when they kind of did like a little bit of their, not really like changing of how they did their videos, just kind of just like, yeah.
Let's do some rearranging.
Well, they didn't rearrange anything. It's just I think they were focusing on making themselves more accessible to everybody and not just like exclusively to some groups. Because when they started out, when Game Grumps started out, they were a little bit more niche. Like, you can tell it was for people who were fans of JonTron and Aaron, aka Egoraptor. Back from his Newgrounds days.
My question.
What?
I've been trying to come up with a eternity, and I just came up blank. Because I think I just spent all the creative juices on my last LC drawing. Hey.
Had to keep an eye on the time because it's like we're now in that like oh so fun part of I'm gonna look over and be like, ah, shit, it's 9 o'clock.
Oh crap, I'm already late.
Oh,
If you look over it.
I very easily could spend all night painting. The problem is I need sleep, or I'm not gonna watch stream tomorrow.
Would it be like a drunk walk or just a I'm tired walk?
What?
Will it be like a I'm drunk walk or is it like a I'm just tired walk?
I'm not gonna want to stream, is what I mean. I'm gonna just be like, meh. I'm not gonna want to stream tomorrow if I don't get at least a couple of hours of sleep. So.
Also, I could easily see us talking for the whole night, and I just look at my clock and I'm like, oh, what time is it? It's already 3 a.m. It's like, oh crap.
I'm pretty sure what's gonna happen is I'm gonna eventually just get tired and be like, yeah, I need to go to bed. The problem is I need to basically make sure I get a decent amount of sleep tonight. So then tomorrow night, my body will be ready to start going. Annoyingly, I'm going to get 2 nights off. I'm going to get 2 nights work. I'm going to have to go get up tomorrow night and then again the night after for Wednesday. And then Wednesday night, since I'm off Thursday, I'm going to be able to actually stream normal amount of time, if not even longer.
Hold on. Female's talking to me. Yeah. Good night. I love you too. If I had time, I would have muted.
It's alright, that was cute. And it's a little too early for Nero, so I'm assuming that's the other. Well, that's the next door neighbors because they've been remodeling their house.
Oh, man. Yo, they adding a sick pool.
Hmm?
Are they adding a sick pool?
No, they're repainting the outside and redoing some features. Because technically it's a rental home, so they're probably just getting it ready for new renters, or they're fixing everything.
Mom told me this, like, the risks of this work. Apparently, the renter, in some states, not all can just kick you out without, or not without reason, but they don't have to tell you.
Yep. There are no renter. Most states do not have renters protection laws. Or if they do, they're very minimum.
You gotta be kidding. Oh.
Yep. But apparently landlords, unlike scalpers, are investors. So it's okay.
What's your advice on renting?
Don't if you can avoid it. Unless you can get really lucky and find a situation like mine where it's a family friend you're renting from.
Holy crap. Just imagine I get to someone's property and say, oh yeah, I'd like to rent. It's my school friend that just started up a renter's business.
I don't know if I want to do another white layer or if I want to do the black layer. I think I want to do the black.
Because my mom has been living off a lease for her last house. This too.
Yeah, things like that are complicated.
Well, apparently I think this one's a little bit more cut and dry because they told the
Leases,
rules.
well,
point
leases are a
blank.
little bit different, and leases are weird. They're a little bit more different. There's certain rules and stuff they have to follow, unlike just renting a place.
Yeah, apparently, like, there's two types. I forget the names of them, but there's one you have to pay at the end, and the other you can opt out or not.
Well, and then there's places that are rent to buy, which those are even more complicated.
Yeah.
I actually, the rent to buy is really interesting because I was looking into it once because I thought it was a really kind of clever idea. Because basically, what the rent to buy is, you could be like, you know what, I'm done paying for this place. I don't want to keep renting it. I don't want to keep paying for it anymore. Or it's like, hey, I enjoy living here, but I can't afford to make the final payment, or whatever that needs to be to make it a house. So you can just keep renting. They're complicated and they're weird.
Hmm.
And every state's kind of got like different rules for it. But rent to buy is interesting because it's like you're technically on a lease for I think your part of your rent is going towards paying for the house, sort of deal. But like you can move out at any time too.
What about Canada?
Good fucking luck. I have no idea. It's Canada. We have similar enough laws to Canada that I can tell you certain stuff, but there's other stuff I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if Canada has better renter policies than we do. I doubt it. Not a lot of countries do.
Really?
It's weird. Some do, some don't. I know China does. But China also had a whole thing where basically landlords were hunted to extinction almost.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Hmm.
The government basically was like, well, we can't stop them from doing it, but we can tell you right now, if you stop being a landlord, it won't be a problem.
That's ominous.
It was around the time the Communist Party was starting to come into effect.
Yeah, I can tell.
So they were just like, well, we can't stop. I think it was Thailand or China. This story happened where basically landlords were basically just hunted to near extinction. Because basically the government was just like, we're not going to stop them from hunting you, but we're not going to stop them, but we're not going to let them do it either.
Man,
Like, we're going to tell them, it's like, you're not allowed to kill... It's like, we're going to tell them, it's like, you're not allowed to kill people. But we can't stop you for doing it, if enough of you do it.
Wait, hold on. I was joking when I was about to say it sounds like you make it sound like Hunger. It actually was Hunger Games.
Yep.
Good gracious! I thought you meant in a metaphorical sense.
No,
Like
they legitimately hunted.
and
They legitimately hunted landlords.
I am.
Is the reason why there are a lot of government rent apartments in China.
It's like, oh, these landlords suddenly died. Well, you didn't do anything. Oh, we didn't know until it was too late.
Oh, the government was completely allowing it to happen. They were just like, we can't stop that. It's like it's like we can't stop them, but we will punish them if we catch them doing it.
What if you catch a civilian murdering those people? You gonna let that happen? You gonna punish them? Hmm?
Oh, but normal stuff like that, they were punishing them. But it's like, if they found out it's like a group of people were hunting you because you were a landlord, it's like, yeah, we can't do much to stop that. Because they basically made landlords... They didn't make them illegal, but they basically... Which country made landlords illegal?
So, let me get this straight. They said, alright, we don't like landlords. And that's basically all that held up in court. That's basically all that held up their argument.
The
Saying,
Dutch
oh,
go so
we
in
killed them
interestingly
because of our
enough,
landlord.
now the Netherlands is different. The Netherlands banned prohibit renting previously owned or occupied homes below a predetermined value. Consequently, real estate investors were prohibited from purchasing rental properties. That's one country that did it. Yes, it should be. Of course, every country tries to say. Of course, every country's trying to be like, oh, it's a bad thing that banned landlords. I'm like, eh.
To be honest, I don't think
These illegal actions include lockouts. So, oh, good.
You know why I say that? It's because it's all, if it's all controlled by one entity, that one entity could screw or make everybody prosperous. Two ways, either in the middle, two, but still, it's, I don't like that. It can make an entire town of renters homeless, or just struggling pain. And I don't like it.
Sorry, what do their feet fucking look like?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to paint this legging. I'm gonna have to paint it the same as her uniform. Or what I can do is I can paint that black, paint this white. Because I was debating on making her uniform orange or not.
Just completely random.
Well, I'm trying to recreate her model here.
I understand.
Because I was like, ooh, I can probably give this a black legging, and then I'm like, oh wait, her hooves are going to be black. Because yes, Tau have hooves.
No. So dude be looking pretty cool though.
The Tau?
That shield dude be looking pretty cool though.
Well, it's a really basic concept because all the shields I'm looking at, it's like it's gonna be white, deep dark panel lining. I'm like, do I want to recreate that exact thing, or do I want to just do a very basic, like, clearly looks like it's for propaganda thing. And then I'm going to need a base for this model. I might actually go make the same base that was for this Gabo and just print it again for her. Well, I'm debating on if I want to give her the same color legging as her onesie. Because then the question is, do I want to give her a white onesie, or do I want to give her... Did I ever get to dry brush white on her, or is she just really... We'll see what happens. If it doesn't look good enough, we'll come back and we'll paint it white, and then we'll paint her skin color. Because yeah, the Tau have this bluish... So, to do the Tau skin proper, I don't actually have all the layers to do it. It's just to do a quick and dirty meme character, we're just going to use this blue.
I'm sorry, I'm zoned out.
How are you zoned
I
out?
think we zoned out a bit.
How are you zoned out?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good zone. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if we can get the skin tone on. I'll see how we feel about this, because maybe we'll finish her up on Blue Twitch. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck this legging goes on her foot, because that'll tell me how to paint the rest of it. For the greater good.
For the greater good of what? That is the question here.
So generally the Tal's version of the greater good is basically kind of a bastardization version of Star Trek's mentality. But also, not all Tau are created equal, and not all alien species are created equal either. In the Tao's eye. So pre this, there's a certain point where the Tau used to be, you could basically say they were the good guys of 40K.
Now I'm to believe that they are not.
Yeah, very much so. So what used to be when the Tau first were introduced is they very clearly were being set up to be like the good guys. It's like, hey, we're helping the Imperium fight chaos, and we're helping do all this other cool stuff. And we're clearly like being set up to be these like good guys. But the fans are like, we don't want that. We want everybody to be bad guys. And I'm like, you do realize what'll make Grimdark have a bigger impact is if you have very obvious good guys.
And they're like, we don't care.
Pretty much.
No.
That was pretty much the fans. Is we don't like it because it's like they're not bad guys. So they made them bad guys by basically going, well, you see, the Tau actually have like 4 different castes. And one of the castes is basically using like pheromones and other shit to brainwash the lower castes and use them as cannon fodder and other stuff. That's my foot on the box, if you heard anything. And yeah, it's basically, it's just like, oh. And of course everybody's like, oh, they're communist. I'm like, no, they're worse. They're a caste system. Basically, you cannot leave your caste that you were born into.
Like a game. Like a game.
Like what?
Like a game. Like, you know something?
Like a what?
Like a mafia or a gang?
No, you can grow in the mafia. It's, think more like India's government, but like way worse and way fucked up. Way more fucked up.
Wait.
Because it's a caste system. Yeah, it's a caste system. Basically, unless you're born into one of the higher class castes, you cannot leave that caste. You are basically trapped in that caste. You will die in that caste.
Imagine someone with such influential power. The higher castes take notice, but they cannot do anything about it. For
His name's
they cannot
Farsight. His name is Farsight.
No.
It's exactly who you're about to say. His name is Farsight.
Oh no, I didn't even know who the guy was.
No, I'm just telling you that's exactly what Farsight's doing. Farsight is the guy that technically they can't do anything about because Yeah, he's a traitor because he doesn't respect the caste that's controlling everybody. Because he believes they're bastardizing what the greater good is. But at the same time, he's going around saving people. He's doing everything that he should be doing as his caste level. It's just he doesn't like the specific caste that's controlling everybody. But the problem is he can't tell. He's refusing to tell people. He basically is letting people figure it out on their own. Because he doesn't want to, like, cause a civil war or anything. He's the closest you could say to an actual good guy in 40K.
But still, he's like kind of bad.
He's like Johnny Silverhand kind of terrorist. Like,
I don't know what it is.
he's willing to kill. He's willing to kill a lot of people to send a message. V for Vendetta. If you've seen that movie. He's willing to do it. He doesn't want to. He doesn't like doing it, but he's not willing to.
So basically, a Kratos.
Kratos doesn't like... Well, if we're going original trilogy Kratos doesn't mind killing.
No, he will do it just because it's living.
Yeah. Original trilogy Kratos. New series Kratos. He doesn't... He always showed the signs of this in 2 and 3 that he didn't like killing if he didn't have to. It's one of the reasons why when he fought Hercules, he gave Hercules the option to be like, brother, we don't need to fight. We can take on our father together and destroy him because he fucked us both over. And Hercules is just like, nah, I'm going to kill you and then I'm going to go kill him. It's like...
What's the point? It's like you told me that you feel wrong. Yet you
because
go after me.
Hercules has the... Because Hercules has the quality, the bad quality that a lot of Greek heroes have. Pride.
Quote unquote heroes.
He has that problem of he has too much pride. He's not willing to allow himself to admit, hey, I need the help of others. I'm going to be super headstrong and try and make sure I am the one who gets all the credit for being a hero. Only for the weight of the world to crush him.
It's ironic because the headstrongest was literally crushed in by Kratos' fist.
Yep. That's the thing about Hercules. He has the... I think a lot of Greek heroes had a different sin. Hercules had the sin of basically pride. He was too prideful in himself. And that was his downfall. Wait, is that a real model? No, that's... Maybe that's a real model? It looks older. You very rarely see other species in the Tau army other than the Tau themselves. I just saw a human wearing the guardsman equivalent to Tau armor, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. You don't see that very often. And I was trying to... Atreus. Atreus, stay outside or I'm going to speak with this witch. Why is there an X above her head?
Wait, what?
Atreus, go outside. I need to speak with this witch for a moment. Why is there an X above her head?
Oh. We are leaving, boy.
I'm about to make you a little brother. To be fair, they might be hooking up.
Maybe. I mean,
that's what the DLC is kind of implying, is that it's like about that thing we talked about, it's like, we will discuss it later. The only thing that would have been made it funnier is if, like, you subtly saw, like, an X starting to appear above her head. As he said that, like, oh, but I think that would have been too on the nose. And it wouldn't have fit the moment. But it would have been such a hilarious, like, little detail to put in. Like, just, like, somewhere in the background, just faint enough you would see an X above her head in that scene. Just so they're kind of like, they gonna fuck.
Boy, go chop down a tree for firewood. It's summer, Dad. Boy, go. Though I find it very hard to believe. Well, not hard to believe. I just find it very confusing that Odin ended up being Tyr in the end.
Oh, no, that makes complete sense. That's literally, like, the most Odin thing to do is disguise himself as another god.
The thing is, too, I kind of saw it at the beginning when I was first watching the playthrough. I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Because he said, well, I don't know it's real. That's why I ran away. If you don't know it's real, then why did you run in the first place?
Oh, because he's... So, here's the thing. I've already predicted it was going to be Odin before even, like, watching anything. Because I'm like, everybody is saying Tyr's dead. Tyr's dead. We don't know where Tyr is. Tyr disappeared. Tyr's got to be dead. I'm like, it would have made too much sense for Tyr to be alive. Like, huh, suspiciously, Tyr's alive. Who would have guessed? But the even better part is, apparently, there's hints, like, as early as the first time you meet Tyr, that, well, the Odin disguising himself as Tyr, where you can tell it's Odin. And there's a few, like, really good hidden ones, because apparently there's, like, yeah, I've seen, it's like, because the devs have talked about, it's like, yeah, there's a ton of hidden ones, and not a lot of people have found all of them, but they've found quite a few. But apparently there's one super early on when they visit the dwarves, the city of the dwarves. That's one they gave away. There's a dwarf that spits at you as you're coming into the city of the dwarves. That's Odin. Because guess what? You find that dwarf later in the chamber where you find the real Tyr.
Oh.
Yeah. The real Tyr, not the fake one.
Yeah. Just, oh my.
Like, there's some clever... Apparently there's some really good ones, but that's, like, the most obvious. That's, like, the one the devs are going to give away, because it's like, you wouldn't have believed us if we didn't tell you.
It was like, there's no way that guy was Odin, because, well, he could have been thrown in there after.
Oh no, well, that's the thing. Nobody would have believed that was Thor, Odin, if they hadn't said anything. You would have just thought, oh, it's just a rude dwarf. Because you wouldn't have looked in every single chamber. You just would have looked for the one the game tells you to go into. But if you explore that area, you do find another chamber where you do find a couple of other chambers where basically it shows you how long Odin's been following you. Before
That's
the whole...
crazy too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. we have the same timing on how we speak. Good gracious.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's the funny part about it is. But yeah, also there's a lot of people who are like, I don't like the fact that Odin sounds like he's a used car salesman. I'm like, that actually makes perfect sense when you read like when you actually read the stories. Odin's more of a trickster than actual Loki. Sometimes.
I think the only time Odin didn't see anything coming when is when Sindri gave Atreus the seed, like the upgraded seed.
Yep.
I don't think he really saw that coming, but in the end, he was prepared. He was unintentionally prepared for that eventuality.
Yeah. Well, it's Odin. He has plans within plans kind of thing going on. So maybe he didn't realize it was a thing, but he's going to probably have something else that's going to coincidentally help with that.
Hence being there when it before even been a problem.
Yep. Well, to be fair with that, that's because Atreus was looking for Tyr. And so he's just like, okay, this kid's getting close. This kid's getting too close. I need to stop him before it becomes a problem. I have to take him out. And the problem is if I take him out, I'm going to have the wrath of his dad.
Wait, so that map, did it lead to the same place where the real Tyr was?
I think it does eventually. Or you find another one that does lead to the real Tyr.
Because that map, either Odin gave it to him, Odin gave it to the dwarf, or it was a map to lead to something else, lead to the real Tyr.
I think it was something. I don't remember how it worked exactly, but basically, that's just one of those fun situations where it kind of just worked out that way. I haven't really got to play that game too much. I've just watched enough stuff where people point out how everything kind of clicks together. But also, our boy Kratos now becoming the god of hope, but also a god of war. It's kind of nice. Actually, it's kind of fitting for him, actually, when you think about it.
It's kind of ironic, though, as well.
Well, no, that's the thing. He did bring hope in Greece. He might have destroyed Greece, but he did bring hope to people.
He's like, boy.
He didn't also like the fact that he was doing it because it didn't feel right. But he did.
Also, I want to say, Odin deserved completely what he got.
Oh, after he did what he did, after what he did to Brock, yeah, he deserved everything that happened.
Oh, he deserved much worse. I'd say.
Oh, he deserved so much worse, but there was no. I honestly think what happened to him was probably the most ironic punishment. A spell that he probably wanted to learn and get his hands on was used against him just to destroy him. The only more ironic thing would have been if we had found out what the mask was for.
Man, I would love to see what the mask was for.
My best guess is it was just kind of... My best guess is the mask is setting up whatever the next game, if they ever make another game with this version of Kratos.
To be honest, I would go as far as say it that Kratos might, maybe in the end or something, but I don't think he's going to be in the next game. I think Atreus is just maybe Atreus and
I think if anything, we'll get one more game where it's one of those things where Kratos has like received a message from. What's probably going to happen is Kratos has received a message from Atreus saying he needs his father's help. Now what's going to happen is Kratos is going to leave Midgard, and he's going to go to wherever Atreus is. And that's going to allow us to establish another pantheon for him to fight or deal with.
Yeah, but to be honest,
because that would be the most Viking thing for him to do, is to go on a Viking.
Yeah. I don't think that will happen, because we already had like a bunch of games with Kratos already. I think we're gonna give him a bit of a break.
I don't think we're gonna give him a break. I think what's probably gonna happen is they're gonna do a changing of the guard situation, because you can't have a God of War game without Kratos unless you like properly give Kratos a send off.
Which I think they were trying to do.
They kind of did, but they need like to do one more. I think the only way to properly like end him off would be just to be like have him become basically the new Odin. Have him become the hopeful version of Odin, not the trickster con man version of Odin.
Let's not have him get to use car man. Don't let him become a used car salesman.
Well, that's what Odin. That's what the original Odin is like. Because that's why everybody's like, it's so weird that he talks like that, but everybody else talks in like their accents, and I'm like, it's because he has to be he's talking. It's not that he's talking without an accent. It's not that he doesn't have an accent like them. He's talking in a very prim, proper, you can easily tell what he's saying manner.
He's basically saying, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Without saying it.
Yeah. Even if he doesn't actually know what he's doing. He's basically just going, yeah, yeah.
Yep, I'm dying. Yep, I'm dead. But I knew it was gonna happen.
Pretty much.
Ironically, though, he didn't see it coming.
I think he probably. I don't think. Well, that's the whole thing. He wasn't supposed to. He thought that the prophecy was about him stopping Ragnarok and staying basically in charge forever, or until basically he grew so old he would die. But yeah.
Yeah. I think he's so. I don't know. If he wasn't so hindered by his narcissism and
ego,
greed, yeah, and that, I think he would have been a great guy.
Oh, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing. That's how he sells himself to you. You think, oh, there's a chance you can make a deal with him, and he might actually be a good guy. No, he's not a good guy. He's like, they talk about this a lot. It's like everybody's picturing he's going to be more of like this, like just he's going to be like just a more like a smart. He's going to be like the smarter version of Thor. We've made some good progress. I'm going to let this all dry. I want to see how this orange dries on her, because we're going to have to come in with another layer once it's all dry. But we don't have time for it to dry. So I'm going to switch to just chatting.
Yeah, I don't think Thor's dumb.
Thor's not dumb. That's the thing. Well, this for a lot. So even in like the what's the book's called? The stories that a lot of the Norse mythology comes from. Thor's not dumb. He's plain. In another timeline, Kratos and Thor would probably actually been friends. Because think about it, by the end of the game, Thor was almost willing to help him kill Odin. But Odin killed him before they had the chance to actually fight together. Because Odin knew, oh shit, if they both team up, I can't stop them. There's no way I can stop them both. I can stop one or the other. I can't stop them both.
The ironic thing is, he was so smart and yet so dumb.
It's his ego. His ego is what got in the way every time. That's why the irony of how he does get killed, of how he gets defeated, is not something he would have predicted could have happened. He didn't know Atreus knew that spell.
It reminds me of how the dude with the Bifrost arm died.
Oh, he's a perfect example of sort of a motif that Kratos has gone through before, because when he fought Apollo, or Hermes was a similar fight. Hermes, you couldn't just fight. You had to wear him down before you could hit him. Now, if I remember right, Hermes was a slightly easier fight in comparison.
Yeah. That actually reminds me, I heard someone talk about it. They said if they had to make, because Heimdall is basically perfect sense of what's going to happen. And
well, it's because he's like the ultimate empath.
I mean, yeah, but like, the thing is, if he can sense every action you're about to make, including you about to blow up a sphere. So, if that was the case, then
he basically had to give him. So the best way to describe it, it's like autism and sensory overload. He basically had to give Heimdall sensory overload for him to make a hit. That's why he kept doing it, because it's like, if I keep pinging you enough, you're gonna get sensory overload, because you're gonna know, oh shit, he's gonna keep doing it, and he's gonna keep doing it, and I'm gonna eventually not be able to figure out when he's gonna do it. That's literally what happened.
And I think, oh.
Hi, Caldonia.
He came in at the not great time.
He came in at... we were about to raid out too, honey. I just hadn't gotten ready yet. But thank you very much. What were you up to?
Hello,
Hi,
everybody.
Caldonia. We were talking about God of War 3. Or, sorry, the newest God of War game.
Hello, everybody.
Ooh.
My name is Jacksepticeye, and this is Nami.
What do you mean? What do you mean unrecognized command?
Here is some watermelon for you all, and I hope you have a nice time.
For the few minutes we're gonna be here. I was trying to do that. Hi, my name is Nami the Queen. I normally would be painting minis or playing video games. Today we were painting up a Warhammer meme model, is the best way to describe this one. If you know about Tal propaganda when it comes to Warhammer 40k, you might have an idea of what I'm painting. If not, there'll be pictures posted later this week.
And don't be embarrassed, because I don't know either.
I could... We don't have time. I need to end in like a little bit, but I figured we could chat for a bit. Ooh. Yeah, thank you, Caldonia. If you had to raid and run, go ahead. If not, yeah. One of these days I'm going to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Lurka wanted me to start playing that. Whatever the newest one is. Lurka the Deathbringer. He doesn't pop in all the time.
America, I've heard that name before.
You'll usually see him more on the Discord server. In fact, I think he actually introduced me to Caledonia.
Wait, how is he doing?
He's doing good.
Yeah, I remember the name.
He just got a job recently, so he's gonna probably start popping in more often once he can actually get some stuff.
Gosh dang, it's been long. I haven't seen him, but
he messaged me recently. He's got some commission plans coming in, so we'll be painting up his models.
ooh.
Yeah, he's not sure if he wants Night Lords or more of the Red Boys I painted for him before. Night Lords are basically trying to think of equivalent. They're basically take all the worst qualities of the Punisher, Judge Dredd, and I'm trying to think of another character. I almost would say he's actually closer to Judge Death, if you've ever heard of that character. From the Judge Dredd series. Where basically everybody's punishment for any crime is just death. Just yay, 40k.
Man. My brain's fried.
Trust me,
Yours too.
Well, I'm functioning on a couple of hours of sleep already.
Oh,
yeah.
Good.
There was a part of me that was going to do a coin toss on actually painting that model tonight, or just like doing the really nice.
You wouldn't do that to yourself.
Well, part of me was almost tempted to not stream tonight and get some sleep, but then part of me is just like, but the problem is, if I don't stream, I'm gonna take a nap, and then I'm not gonna actually get sleep tonight. So instead, it's like I'm about to go pass out once the stream is done. In fact, I was about to go see who we can go raid.
I take micro naps on my desk because if I take micro naps on my bed, they won't be micro naps.
Here's the problem. I used to work at a place where I could take micro naps.
Microsoft.
No. I don't know how long it's till it's safe to talk about that. Talk about where I worked. Because it's like one of those things from the minute I say, because I can tell you, I used to work for a company where I worked on slot machines and like the computers that controlled them. At like bars and grocery stores down in Las Vegas. But that's about as much as I can tell you, because as soon as people go to that, it's like, oh, can you tell me how to win on the slot machines? No. I literally will go to jail if I tell you how to do anything on those machines. Actually, I think I get a fine first, and then if I actually get caught, like, actually being involved in, like, something, I will go to jail for longer than a normal person.
I can see why.
Yeah. So it's like, no, for both my health and your health, no. I don't know how to tell you how to win these machines. I can hint.
My health and yours, because
I can hint at some stuff, but I can't tell you, like, directly how to do it.
For my health and yours, because I might break both my ankles.
I can tell you this: if you ever go to Vegas or places where, well, I'm not sure how they do it in some places where I'm at, where they have casinos, but down in Vegas, if you do it on their drop days, the machines will reset back to their default settings that they were programmed to. But the thing is, they very quickly change to different settings within like a couple of hands or a couple of plays on the machine. But during that initial reset, you have a slightly higher chance of winning. Other than that, I cannot tell you anything else, because technically that's one of those things where it's like, you have such a slim chance with what I just told you to pull anything off. You're not going to win. It's slightly higher, not by much.
At that point, you might as well give the casino your contact.
Yes. Pretty much. It's like I said, it's just a slight better chance at winning. But it's one of those things where it's so slight I wouldn't make a bet on it. I'm just going to tell you, hey, you just saw them pull cash out of that machine and reset it and wait a few minutes. And nobody else has touched it. Go ahead and play. You might win $20. You might win $200. You don't know.
It's like, oh, she's encouraging people to play. Now I'm telling you how to cheat.
I'm telling you how to cheat without getting in trouble, because technically I'm not actually telling you how to do anything other than just tell you, if you see cash getting pulled out of the machine, wait a few minutes. If nobody starts playing, then play on it. But it's not going to necessarily win. I'm not telling you how to count cards. I'm not telling you how to do anything illegal. I'm telling you information you can Google, basically. That's the only reason I can get away with that, is because that's a Googleable thing. Like, oh, when's the best time to do this? It's like, this time.
Yeah, haven't there been times where people shared information that was Googleable and they still got in trouble for it?
This is one of those ones where I know I can get away with it, because this is literally like gaming board websites tell you to do this. Yeah, this isn't like I'm telling you some secret, like, some backdoor website that tells you how to hack into this stuff, winning ways. It's like, no, this is literally the gaming board tells you. It's like, here's your chances when you do this. Here's what it's supposed to be. That being said, a lot of casinos are willing to pay the fine when their machines are not actually at the legal standard. So be aware of that too. I said a lot of them. Not all of them do. A lot of them, though. Because I can't tell you which ones do and which ones don't. Mainly because I don't actually know off the top of my head.
Have you heard of Stardust? It was a casino operation that basically involved owners with a modified money counting machine where it will count less than what was put in. Basically, trick the people that the bookkeepers basically.
Yeah, not surprised. It sounds familiar. There's been a lot of like stuff like that before. Almost once a year, you'll hear about some new scam where somebody tries to figure out how to like cheat the system.
Yeah. Eventually one guy caught on, and it's like he was dead right too, and he got a team to go in the back privately because they didn't get official permission, but he eventually gathered the proof, and the whole thing busted.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. There's a few places that are like that where, yeah. Alright, do we want to do... Let's see here. What sounds good to go raid? I see one person playing Space Marine 2. Though I almost say we should wait till I start playing that game before we start raiding out to that game. We've got... Let's see here. We've got Star Wars Jedi Order. We've got Risk of Rain 2. I'm pretty sure Micah is painting tonight. Try to see which one of our mutuals is on that we can go. Try to see who we haven't raided in a bit who's on. Yeah, we're not that big yet. I'm trying to remember who I'm trying to think of who I'm mutuals with right now. That sounds fun to go raid. Let's see here. Yeah, so we've got some options. We've got Risk of Rain 2, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Darksiders, no, yeah. I know we did her last week. Dead by Daylight, or Fortnite. What sounds good to you all?
Definitely not Fortnite.
It's a mutual of ours. I wouldn't mind doing it for them. It's a goblin if it helps.
Oh, that helps very much.
Yeah. And the Gamer Boy is doing Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Queen Yanushi's doing Risk of Rain 2. Astra Sinclair, the Goblin, is doing Fortnite. And Captain Ambrose Fox is doing Dead by Daylight.
Put your votes in the chat.
I could just do a... Do we want to do a poll for quick 5 minutes to choose, and then we'll just see who's still there? Where's my polls? There we are. New poll. Unless somebody would like to pay Guide the Raid. But let's... I'm pretty sure I'm spelling all their flipping names wrong. And yeah. Ambrose Fox. Alright, we're going to do... Let's do a 3-minute poll. Alright. So remember, Anne is doing Star Wars, Astra Sinclair is doing Fortnite, Queen Yanushi is doing Risk of Rain 2, and Captain Ambrose Fox is doing Dead by Daylight. Unless someone would like to do the raid thing, in which case we'll just stop the poll. I also just realized we didn't get to finish the... I also just realized we didn't finish the car up, because well... The car, I need to do a couple of things. The car we were working on the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I've got to set up a thing to where we can do stencil transfers. And put them on. And then I need to figure out... I should probably put them on before we put the gloss on it to make it look metallic. More metallic. So... Maybe... the Blue Twitch stream on Wednesday will do the stencils. If not, maybe I'll save that for next Mini Painting Monday or something. We'll see. That might be more fun to do on a Twitch stream. Because then I can teach people, because then I can show people how to do my trick for doing stencils. Water transfers. Well, a lot of times people will be like, take a flat... Well, so... Water transfer is kind of that thing where you put the transfer that you want to transfer into water, take it off very carefully with a pair of tweezers, and then put it on what you're doing. Technically, if you're good, you can use a brush to pull it off. What I usually do is I will take a flat plate or something, and I'll use that little water dropper I use to mix up with paint, and I'll put it over just enough to get the stencil to come off, and then do it. All it does is it gives you slightly more control than if you were to do it the water bowl way. The nice thing about the water bowl way is that you know it's getting wet. since I already know who we're gonna pick. I had a feeling there, Mr. I'm sick. You should still be sleeping because you're sick. Do not make me be a mom to you and tell you, go get some sleep. Oh no, who would have guessed the goblin playing Fortnite would win?
Oh no.
The minute I said it was a goblin, you all went, oh, goblin.
Yeah, I think that has something to do. I'm sure.
Yeah, I knew as soon as I said she was a goblin. Because I could have told you, Queen, you knew she is an Oni girl.
Oni? Yeah. Oh.
She's an Oni. Anne is a femboy.
Mm.
And Queen Ambrose Fox, I think, is a fox girl. Fox person. It's in their name. Let's make sure Astra didn't just end her stream. Nope, she's still going. That would have been funny. It's like building this whole thing up. It's like, oh nope, she raided out.
It just raids instantly. Just ends.
I've done that before. I raided into somebody just as they raided out. And they're like, I'm sorry, and I'm like, I didn't know. I was not prepared. All right, well, I'm gonna get this raid cooking. Tomorrow night, I don't know what game we're gonna play. We're either gonna play some Outer Wilds, or I'm gonna bite the bullet and buy Space Marine 2, or we're gonna play something that's on backlog. I don't know.
And I need to get the fort to bed.
Yeah. But Wednesday will be what we call a Blue Twitch stream, where we're gonna be painting spicy models. If you follow me on Twitter, you will see when we do that. And where that is. And then Thursday will probably be... Because we can't play Fallout London right now because it keeps causing issues with my stream stuff. We're probably going to swap that out for like Fallout New Vegas or something. We'll see. I have a few different options. We'll see. I might start doing, while we wait on if I'm going to buy Space Marine 2 or not, I might set up starting to play some retro games or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Alright, well,
I was waiting to see if this would
good night
actually
to you
read
all.
out, but yeah. Go ahead and say goodnight.
Good night to you all, and to you all, good night.
And I hope you all have a good rest, and I hope you all to see you again next time. Bye, my lovelies.
Bye-bye.